When you are a woman who is smart and also has the bonus of being physically attractive, you are going to trigger a lot of people. And I'm not talking about jealousy because that's an unfortunate given. I'm talking about people who literally don't know how to act around you because they are confused by your energy and what you have to offer. You don't fit into the boxes and neat little compartments that people have created in their minds based on stereotypes and learned beliefs. And some people admire that and want to let more of that energy in. But for others, it breaks their brains to have you not fit the mold that they have predetermined for you. And that can be triggering for people. And if you're funny on top of being smart and physically attractive, forget about it. It is going to cause an even bigger cognitive dissonance among certain people, and they're simply not going to know what to do. You never know the combination of qualities that you have that might seem so simple, but are in fact a trigger for someone else. So keep this in mind, stay humble while counting those blessings, and keep doing you.
Guys, if I had $1 for every time I saw a video like this where a woman got on the internet, called herself the best thing since sliced bread, and then became some sort of dating coach even though men didn't want her, I would have a lot of dollars. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with some stupid video clips from women over here on TikTok. And we are going to be kicking today's episode off with this woman who is also a dating coach, I believe. This was a bit of a painful watch, so make sure, guys, if you're watching this video, buckle up, and we will jump right into it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen.
He is putting groceries away, washing fruit, bringing in packages, and actually breaking down and throwing away the boxes right away. Folding laundry, making dinner, helping with grocery orders. Going with me to drop off the kids at school, waiting for me to go to the gym, giving me extra attention, hugs, love, kisses, building things when they first arrive without me asking. And this goes back to the hack that I shared previously about him saying, hey, when do you want me to do this or build this? And me saying, well, you can do it and build it whenever you want, but it's really attractive if you do it now. Works like magic. He gets that crap done. He's out there putting up Christmas lights, building reindeer for Christmas, building a dresser, checking things off my to-do list. And
guys, women like this are absolutely nuts, I have to say, right? What they do is they have their man and they just try and get him to do absolutely everything. You know, the dude has to put in for the bills, but he also has to build everything around for the house, but he also has to wait on you and also go take the kids to school. I mean, it's completely insane, man. And what she does is she's like, you know, it's really attractive if you do it now. They just try and manipulate dudes into doing crap. That's really what this is about. It's like, hey, your man's not doing something for you. How exactly can we manipulate him into doing it?
Attractive if you do it now. Works like magic. He gets that crap done. He's out there putting up Christmas lights, building reindeer for Christmas, building a dresser, checking things off my to-do list. And how did I get him to do this? How did I work my feminine magic on him? You guessed it, black cat energy.
I don't think anyone watching this video would have guessed that because it's such a stupid combination of words that nobody has ever heard before except for women on TikTok. So let me get this straight. This dude is crossing things off your to-do list. I don't know why you made a to-do list yourself if the dude is just doing it all for you anyway. But he's doing all this for you as a result of your feminine energy, which, by the way, is just being radiated through the screen right now, guys. Can't you just feel the femininity radiating off your screen as you watch this? I know I am, guys. So feminine. But apparently this is the result of something called black cat energy. Every time I see these videos, man, I swear they just get worse and worse.
Do this. How did I work my feminine magic on him? You guessed it, black cat energy. I decided to take an even deeper dive into my work life, into my personal development, reading more books, listening to more podcasts. I switched up my routine. That's a really good one. Get out of your routine. It throws them off. I decided to start taking more walks in the evening so I could listen to my audiobooks and grow.
Yeah, guys, you know, you've got a significant other. Nothing is better for the relationship than just randomly trying to put them on their toes and switching up your routine so they don't know what the hell you're doing. I mean, guys, these female dating coaches are just so crazy to me. And all of this like self-work and stuff like this, all I realistically hear is just narcissism. I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on my career. Yeah, because that's what dudes really give a damn about, guys. They want a career-focused woman. Just by the way, I've noticed this in so many videos that modern day women make. I've seen this in their posts and everything. They seem to think that dudes give a damn about their career. I've seen so many posts, man, of women who are like, I'm 30 plus years of age. It's really hard for me to date. My life is so difficult right now insofar as finding a man. I don't understand what's so wrong. You know, I'm successful. I work X amount of hours per week. I'm fantastic. And no dude wants me. That's because men don't care about your career. Okay, they really don't. But yeah, focus. I listen to audiobooks and I work on my career. Okay. I mean, again, this woman thinks this helps, but I really don't. Like, these women would rather do anything than actually be feminine. You got to develop black cat energy, guys. You've got to focus on your career. Maybe you could just be feminine, but hey.
Podcasts. I switched up my routine. That's a really good one. Get out of your routine. It throws them off.
Yeah, try and throw off your significant other. Sounds real exciting.
I decided to start taking more walks in the evening so I could listen to my audiobooks and grow. I decided I wanted more out of life. I started telling him the things that I wanted for my life. And this wasn't putting any pressure onto him. This was just telling him my standards, what I want for my life, my personal growth.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell this dude's deal is. He's probably just had enough of you, but he, you know, he's got kids with you, so he can't exactly leave. What is this woman rambling about, man? So she goes up to her man, and she's like, she's telling him the things that she wanted in her life, and this wasn't putting any pressure on him. This was just telling him my standards. Yeah, guys, I can't wait. You know, you got a girlfriend, you got a wife or something. There's nothing as exciting as her walking up to you and telling you about her life and her standards. Like, her life is in the things that she wants out of her life and her standards. Like, yeah, I want this much money and here are my standards. You might think that this is putting no pressure on the guy, and you might think that this is having the desired effect, but this guy is probably just checked the hell out, man. He probably is. He has all of the... women start acting like men. That's really what this comes down to, man. It's like they hyper-focus on their quote-unquote careers, apparently. I'm very skeptical. This woman comes across like an influencer. She probably sells some course and calls it a career. You know, she's out here listening to podcasts and audiobooks. Not to say that these things can be bad, can't be good, by the way. Like, you know, I'm sure there are some great podcasts out there, great audiobooks if you want to become successful. But these women just think that men are into this. Like, this is what we want to hear out of our significant others. Like, yeah, honey, I worked like 90 hours this week. Aren't I so feminine? Holy hell, man. Anything but being feminine, really, is what they do.
Wasn't putting any pressure onto him. This was just telling him my standards, what I want for my life, my personal growth, what I wanted and what I was busy accomplishing. I dropped all needy and desperate energy. I allowed him to be him, to do what he wanted in his life. If he wants to go out with his friends, good, I support that. Go. We all need that friend time. I think it's great for you. If he...
You ever notice how she comes across like she reminds me of like a teacher or a HR representative, you know, like you're on her schedule. Okay, little man, you can go out and be with your friends. Good, you know? Like, these women behave in such a, I would honestly call it disrespectful, really. Like, just listen to the framing of this. Listen to the way she's speaking about this guy, like he's a pet or something, or he's like a child.
Dropped all needy and desperate energy. I allowed him to be him, to do what he wanted in his life. If he wants to go out with his friends, good, I support that. Go. We all need that friend time. I think it's great for you. If he wanted to have some drinks, that's great. Fine. Enjoy yourself. I don't care. I'm busy doing me. If we were both going to the gym on the same day, I'm like, don't wait for me. Go ahead. Go. I'll go when I'm ready. Now he's waiting to go with me. Do you see the connection here? The less that you care about him and the more that you care about yourself, the more he wants to be with you, the more...
Ah, yes, guys. You know, that's what men are attracted to, apparently, is we want women who don't care about us and are focused on themselves. Whenever I see a video like this, I'm like, oh, this is why men are going to the Philippines. This is why men are going to Southeast Asia. This is why men are leaving Western countries, right? Is because you have women over here who are like, you know what I need to do in order to get a man or get my man to do what I want him to do, get him to do what I want him to do, right? Is they're like, let me just focus on my career and stop caring about him and care about myself. This is a very fast way, by the way, to get a man to stop caring about you. You know, to stop putting in effort or to not be interested in you. Women who go out here dating and they apply this crap, the only dudes that they will get are the ones that lack self-respect. That's really what it boils down to. Or the guys who just want to use them for a bit of fun and bounce. Maybe this guy's in too deep. He's already had some kids with her, so he can't exactly leave without being financially ruined or something like this. But yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Do you want a woman who doesn't give a damn about you and just focuses on herself? You let me know. Maybe I'm a little bit out of the loop here. Don't know. You know, these women get on here and they're like, here's what men want. And I'm like, okay, this is completely inaccurate, but fine.
Now he's waiting to go with me. Do you see the connection here? The less that you care about him and the more that you care about yourself, the more he wants to be with you, the more attracted to you that he is, the more he's there showing up, doing the things that you want, trying to be closer to you. Now, I'm not saying that when you're doing this and channeling your beautiful goddess black cat energy, that
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's fine, guys. Take a deep breath. What did she say here? What was this phrasing? This is disgusting, man. This is like these are the role models for women on TikTok, by the way. Like, if you're a woman, and a lot of women are over on TikTok these days, right? A lot of particularly young women, even the older women, are using TikTok. Women love this damn platform, man. You search up dating advice. This is the advice that women are getting, by the way. Oftentimes, these videos have hundreds of thousands of likes on them, millions of views, lots of comments, all of this sort of thing, of women supporting this crap, okay? And we have this woman over here advising women to develop a beautiful goddess black cat energy. No wonder there's so many single women, man. No wonder they can, like, guys, I'm telling you, there's a reason why so many modern women are single, by the way. And this is it. This is the exact kind of crap. You mean to tell me that not only are women trying to chase the top percentage of guys, this is their strategy in attempting to get these top percentage of men. You couldn't even employ the correct strategy to try and get these men that you have no chance with anyway, you know? And when I say this, guys, I'm referring to the women who are getting on dating apps, swiping on the attractive guys, and then complaining that they can't get romantic relationships out of them. Like, yeah, of course not, man. Like, these guys were never going to commit to you anyway, but especially if you're on here going on about, like, goddess black cat energy nonsense.
Beautiful goddess black cat energy, that you're cold to him, mean, or dismissive. No, you are just self-possessed. You are just busy working on yourself, happy with what you're doing, where you're going, and what you are creating without being reliant on him. You let him be in control of his own life and support him. And then when he shows up, when he's giving you the extra attention and love, you're loving. Thank you for helping me with that grocery order. Thank you for washing the fruit. That made a big difference in my life. I appreciate that. After I tell him I'll go to the gym later, but he waits for me instead, and we go work out and we drive home together, I say, oh, that was really nice. Thanks for waiting for me.
See, I'll give this woman, you know, the credit where it's due. Showing gratitude towards your man, great idea. Really great idea. Oftentimes, dudes who do kind things for women, this is why dudes stop doing crap altogether, by the way, is because men will do nice things. They will be chivalrous. They'll do the romance or whatever it is that women are requiring, and then they get treated like trash for doing it, and so men just stop doing it. I think this is probably the only suggestion in this video that was halfway decent, which was to show gratitude towards your man. Now, the reason why I don't particularly like this overall, though, is because this is just a manipulation strategy, right? She wanted the dude to go to the gym at the same time as her, but she didn't say anything about it. She would rather employ black cat energy and try and manipulate the dude into doing it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, the gratitude, great, fantastic. This whole black cat energy, not going to tell the man what I want, focus on myself kind of thing, stupid as hell, man. Real damn stupid. And they say that dudes have problems with communication. You know, we as men, guys, we need to get better at communicating, apparently. Meanwhile, modern day women, holy hell, man. And obviously, I say this every time, not every woman is going to do this, guys. I hope not every woman knows what black cat energy is. But a lot of them employ strategies like this these days, man, where they hammer home the narcissism and they don't care about the dude, and then they wonder why men are going elsewhere.
Being self-possessed, being in your black cat energy, putting yourself on the pedestal doesn't mean that you're mean to him or cold to him or dismissive. Just means that you put your energy onto you, which causes him to put his energy onto you. And then when he does that, you say thank you. I love that. That's amazing. And continue to put your energy onto you and appreciate when he does it as well.
This woman reminds me of she reminds me of like a teacher or something, that, you know, she's like, I'm going to reward the good behavior. Here's a sticker for you. How patronizing, man. Like, again, the gratitude, I think, is a good thing. You know, if you want men to do something, probably showing some gratitude is a good idea. But it's just so incredibly patronizing, and there's so much narcissism wrapped into that whole thing. But speaking of narcissism, let's jump into the clip that I played in the intro. And then I have one more clip that I'll be going over with you guys today. Now, this woman right here, what was she? She was the woman who was saying that she's so beautiful, intelligent. I don't know, she's the next Einstein or something. And apparently this triggers people, right? It's not her arrogance that's off-putting. It's not the entitlement or, you know, the just straight up lack of having any sort of humble quality. No. People are triggered by her, probably specifically men, apparently, because, you know, she's too pretty and too smart. Actually, you know, probably the women are pissed off, to be honest. I've noticed that women oftentimes have issues with each other for just reasons that they create in their head, or ones that they don't create in their head. Let's jump in. Again, guys, leave your thoughts and your comments. Let's take a listen.
A woman who is smart and also has the bonus of being physically attractive, you're going to trigger a lot of people. And I'm not talking about jealousy, because that's an unfortunate given. I'm talking about people who literally don't know how to act around you because they are confused by your energy and what you have to offer.
Okay, let me just stop you right here, madam. I'm not the best at spotting these sorts of things, but let's go through this. So apparently this woman's, you know, she says that she's physically attractive. It looks to me, I could be wrong, I'm not a scientist in this crap, all right? Looks like she has lip fillers on here. We've got a bucket load of makeup. At least she doesn't have the fake eyebrows. I've seen a lot of women completely, like, they completely remove their eyebrows and then they completely draw on new eyebrows. So at least she's not doing that. But I mean, we don't even know what this woman looks like realistically, guys. Have you looked at some before and afters of women with makeup, guys? You ever seen the same woman, you know, take absolutely everything off her face? Like, you know, we're on here talking about, I'm so beautiful, I'm so smart, but, you know, we oftentimes don't even know what these people look like. I have no idea
How to act around you because they are confused by your energy and what you have to offer. You don't fit into the boxes and neat little compartments that people have created in their minds based on stereotypes and learned beliefs. And some people admire that and want to let more of that energy in, but for others, it breaks their brains to have you not fit the mold that they have predetermined for you.
Why is it that, like, instead of talking about anything tangible, we always just revert to energy? You know, some people, guys, they're just willing to let the energy in. Like, what are we smoking before we make these videos? I have no idea what's going on. These women get on there, like, they hop in the car, guys. Oftentimes, I swear to you, they're not even going anywhere. They just get in their car to look busy. I don't know. But they get in their car, they turn on their TikTok video, they record themselves, and then they start rambling on about how attractive they are and energy and, you know, the universe and, I don't know, stars and crystals, and I don't know. I just get lost as soon as we start talking about energy, man. I have no idea what's going on. This woman's like, yeah, people are just off put by my energy sometimes, or sometimes they let the energy in. No, some people just perceive you as arrogant. That's really what it comes down to. We don't need to use language like energy. We don't need to start talking about the universe or star signs or anything. Okay, if people don't like you for a much more tangible reason than your quote-unquote energy.
And that can be triggering for people. And if you're funny on top of being smart and physically attractive, forget about it. It is going to cause an even bigger cognitive dissonance among certain people, and they're simply not going to know what to do.
I swear this woman just randomly threw in the word cognitive dissonance there, by the way. I'm a little bit tired, guys. I'm about to go to bed after this video, man. You know, but I swear the words cognitive dissonance just don't even belong in this context. We're just throwing it in wherever. We've gone from energy, guys. Now we're talking about cognitive dissonance. I mean, and apparently, by the way, on top of being very, very smart and very attractive, apparently this woman is also hilarious. Now, this is news to me.
going to cause an even bigger cognitive dissonance among certain people, and they're simply not going to know what to do. You never know the combination of qualities that you have that might seem so simple, but are in fact a trigger for someone else. So
What, like being annoying?
keep this in mind, stay humble while counting those blessings, and keep doing you.
What the hell are these guys? What are these videos, by the way? Can we talk about this, gentlemen? What is happening over on TikTok? These videos, by the way, I want you guys to really think about this for a second. I never run out of content. Do you guys find that weird at all? Never once is there, oh, you know, Taylor doesn't have any videos for today. There are videos every single day. At the moment, guys, I'm really putting in the work, man. I'm doing 3 videos a day of this garbage, all right? And we are never dry out of videos. There is always videos like this that exist on the internet of women being silly. There's new ones being posted every day, thousands of them. It's absolutely hilarious. So we've got this woman next here. This is a single mother. Now, I'm not sure of her exact situation. Her wording, she will go on in a minute, and she might actually be a widow. I don't know if the language is just bad here. But I've always said this, guys, if you've got like a single mother or a woman who is divorced or something, and she's been married for like 15 years, and then she hasn't got a man anymore, I actually feel empathy for those women if the husband's passed away or something, or if the father of their kids passed away or something like this. Usually that's not actually the case. So let's see what this is all about. Let's jump in. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I'm praying to goodness that it reaches a single mom. And I'm not just talking about like any single mom. I'm talking about a single mom who literally has no help whatsoever. As you guys know, I have been a single mom for 6 years, and it has been the hardest thing that I think I've ever done, but it's also the most rewarding thing that I've ever done.
Yeah, see, this is the wording that makes me think that her what's it called? The father of her child did not pass away, and she actually just ditched him. But let's continue.
Losing my mom, losing his dad, and really raising him completely by myself.
Yeah, so she says the word losing his dad, so referring to the child's father. You know, I don't think that this dude passed away. I really don't. Just by the language that's being used, particularly at the start, it's like the hardest thing she's ever done, but it's the best thing that she's ever done. This to me just reflects the idea that she's probably just ditched the dude. Like I said, guys, the majority of single mothers these days, back in the day, it used to be a rarity to see single mothers and things like this. It would always be, you know, the nuclear family. Typically, you'd have the father, you'd have the mother, you'd have the kid. These days, single mothers are very, very common. And if they are a single mother, a huge percentage of the time, it's not because they're a widow. It's not because the dude passed away. It's because they kicked the dude out of the child's life, right? And she wanted to do it by herself because she knew that she could get him on child support or alimony or whatever the case may be. So let's continue. I don't think the dude passed away, just based on the language.
Losing my mom, losing his dad, and really raising him completely by myself took so much from me. And I just want to come on here and encourage someone tonight that life gets so much better. I literally just sit here today, and I'm like sitting like at this park, and it's almost like I can breathe, and I feel like I don't have the weight of the world on my chest anymore like I did for the past 6 years. And that is so freeing. It's like I always knew that God would send me a husband, and I was never in a rush, because I knew that like I trusted him enough to know that like he was preparing the very best for me.
Yeah, okay, so we definitely ditched the previous guy, because, you know, you don't have your man who's the father of your kid pass away, and then you're like, well, I'm just hoping God whips me up a new one. You know, I'm hoping he really, he's getting ready to give me my blessings. I think that if you had a dude who passed away, you probably wouldn't be saying things like this. So what did we do? It seems like we ditched the guy. We became a single mother, screwed around for 6 more years, and then we found a simp who's willing to marry her. This has always been my suggestion on the channel, man. I don't think that men should be screwing around with single mothers. I don't think that you should date them. I don't think that you should marry them. Absolutely not. Women who have children and the father is not in the picture, that is a huge red flag unless she's a widow. And even if she's a widow, it's like, hey, listen, that's very sad. I do feel empathy for you. I also feel very sad for the child because the child is going to have to go without a father. Very, very sad situation. I have a lot of empathy, particularly for the kids in that situation. But at the same time, it's not men's responsibility to look after a child that is not their own. That's really just the way it works. You know, like I'm not out here trying to have a relationship with a single mother. Dudes take on all the responsibility. They have absolutely no authority or next to no authority in these situations, man. Like, absolutely not. I think it's a very, very bad idea to date or marry a single mother.
And he was ordering my steps, and he loved me so much to give me someone that was going to take a load off of me. And I think that that is the point of a relationship. That is the point of it. If you are going to be with someone, like, you have to be so careful as a single mom. Like, you can't just have your kids around everybody, especially when you're like a full-time single mom. So I don't know. My life is proof that God is so good and that God answers prayers. And I just want to encourage somebody tonight that where you are right now is not final.
Did you guys catch that, by the way? She's saying that the point of a relationship is to take a load off your shoulders. This is so stupid, man. This is why dudes don't want to have relationships and marriages with modern day women, is because they just treat it like it's a service. You know, like, oh, I'm 30 plus years of age now. I need a man who's going to look after me. So you mean to tell me you've been screwing around this entire time, and now the only reason you need a man is not because you love him, not because you want to contribute anything to him or take care of him in any capacity. It's because you require a man to come along and to pay your bills and to take care of a child that is not his own. Wow, I can't imagine why dudes don't want to date that. I can't imagine why men are not interested in doing this. You see, women oftentimes these days, guys, more and more just viewing dudes like we are to be their servants. You know, just rock up, pay off her student debt, or look after her kids, or pay her bills, do XYZ for her. Meanwhile, you get absolutely nothing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much men are expected to do, and they get nothing in return. And these women actually think that they're something, by the way. They really do. Like, I'm a catch even though I have a child, or I'm a catch even though I'm incredibly unhealthy and I don't take care of my body, or I'm a catch even though I've been with 3,700 different men. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Men are not there to lift the burden off of your shoulders, especially, by the way, the burdens that you put there. It's not my fault you hooked up with a bunch of different dudes, or you decided to leave the father of your child, or you accrued, you know, $60,000 in student debt, or whatever the hell the numbers are. No, not my problem, not my fault. But apparently it's men's duty to come along and lift this burden off their shoulders. Holy hell, man.
And if I could go back and like tell myself anything, I remember like sitting in my little back bedroom thinking that the world was just caving in on me and my life was never going to get easier. And here I sit today, and I'm in the most healthiest relationship that I've ever been in, and God is in the center of it. And just to look at my son and know that like he's going to have two parents and he's going to have the very best that life has to offer. It was always.
Let me just say this, by the way. This is not the same as having the biological father in the picture, man. I don't know why these women refuse to see this. They're like, well, I had a kid to one guy, but don't worry, I'll just switch out the parent, right? I'll go and get another one to look after the child. And it's like, yeah, okay, the child is now growing up with two parents, fine, but it's not the biological father of the child. I think that women should be very careful. Right. Apparently, I don't like women for saying this. Apparently, right. If you have a perspective of this, you don't like women. I think that women should be very careful about the men that they choose to have bedroom intimacy with. But a lot of them are not, man. They go out here, they party, they club, right? They don't use protection correctly, or only one of them does. And then they cry and complain when they become single mothers. It's so stupid to me, man. It's so stupid. You're out here hooking up with dudes that, quite frankly, you shouldn't be hooking up with, and then apparently it becomes some other dude's problem. And you're like, well, don't worry, I got a different one, that's fine, two parents. Not really, man. Not really. You should try it. You should have made it work with the biological father of the child. Now, again, I'll say this, guys. If the dude passed away, that's obviously a very bad situation, but that doesn't happen in such a large percentage of these cases. It's just women ditching the dudes, or the dudes ditching them, which, again, by the way, why are we having kids with dudes who are not sticking around? This is why previously you would wait until you got married. But hey, we don't do that anymore, right? Screw the tradition.
Always my goal to get him to the best life possible. And I read a quote one time and it said, you realize how much you love yourself by the partner you choose. So again, I want to get on here and say, do not settle. Do not just settle for crumbs when God has such good things up ahead of you.
Yeah, do not settle. So this woman's definitely not a widow or anything like this, man. She hooked up with a bad boy, a guy that put in minimum effort. She got rid of him, or the dude left, and now she's like, never settle, and now she's found a simp 6 years later.
But you have to love yourself enough to wait. So wait on God and know that there is so much good out there. Whether you believe that or not, there's so much good out there, and no one could ever make me believe otherwise because of the relationship that I'm in now. So if you're a single parent, you are doing the best that you know how to do. And I think that is so inspiring. I think that it's being a single mom is, I just don't think that you guys get enough credit, you know.
Holy hell, I think they get way too much credit, man. I'm going to be leaving the video here, actually. That's such a crazy comment to make. I don't think that single mothers get enough credit. No, they get a ridiculous amount of praise for essentially starting families that were broken from the beginning. Very bad idea. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.